Did you know that 73% of university students and 64.7% of people who work from home have neck pain? Did you also know that 39.2% of those people admit to being less productive because of their neck pain? Now, I'm a 25-year-old college student myself, and I used to think that all of this neck pain, these neck cramps, was normal. I used to think that needing to take constant breaks between doing dishes or folding laundry because of my neck tension was normal. It wasn't until I saw a chiropractor a couple of years back that I realized how big of a problem this was. Just like those university students and people who worked from home, I was suffering from debilitating neck tension. Now, I knew that I didn't want to live that way, so I sought out on finding a solution for this. And in doing so, I found out why this neck pain is so common, how it happens on a musculoskeletal level, and what I could do to not only relieve it, but also prevent it in the future from coming back. So let's start with why this neck pain is so common. We live in a world where staring at screens takes up big portions of our day, be it phone screen, computer screen, TV screen. Regardless, we are sitting or standing with our neck constantly extended, and in turn, our head is extended. Now, the head weighs almost 50 pounds, so you can imagine that only having your neck muscles to do all that heavy lifting for prolonged periods of time is not good, especially in a world that constantly demands our attention to screens. So once these muscles start deteriorating, that's when you start getting things like pinched nerves, muscle spasms, and that familiar neck tension that everyone goes through. So what muscles exactly are being affected? The neck is supported by a whole system of muscles, but there are two main muscles contributing to that chronic neck tension. The first one are the deep cervical flexors, which are the core muscles of the neck, and they actually also work to stabilize and connect the cervical spine to the skull. And then the second muscle that's really affected is going to be the upper trapezius muscle. So the upper trapezius is actually one giant muscle. There's upper, middle, and lower trapezius. But it's the upper trapezius that holds the most tension, especially because it's connected to the shoulders all the way up to the neck. So a combination of those two constantly being leaned forward cancels out each other and just makes each other weaker. So what can we do to help prevent these muscles from becoming weaker? So it's actually going to be a combination of stretching and strength training. You're going to want to stretch specifically these two muscles. The most popular stretches and most successful stretches are going to be the chin tucks and then an upper trap stretch, which can actually be done literally where you're at, sitting, and it would only take about 10 minutes out of your day. So on the flip side of stretching is going to be strength training, and that is actually going to the gym and lifting weights that are going to support your upper traps as well as your deep neck cervical flexors. A combination of those two is going to be the best because you can't have one without the other, really. You need to have stronger muscles to have bigger stretches, and once you have those bigger stretches, that tension gets released even more. So a combination of both is ideal. All in all, you don't have to live with this chronic neck pain. It may seem like it's something that everyone goes through and is completely normal, but in the same way you tackle any other problem, understanding why it happens, how it happens, and what you can do to relieve it is going to be the best approach. You don't have to be like the 73% of university students and 64.7% of people who work from home with this chronic neck pain. All you need to do is sit down, take a breath, stretch, and then go to the gym to strengthen those muscles.